Your calendar is completely full, but somehow your life is starving. Take a hard look at your actual schedule today, not the dream version, the real one. The one where random messages demand answers before you've even had breakfast, and where every tiny emergency gets to wear a crown. Today we're unpacking a book called First Things First by Stephen R. Covey, A. Roger Merrill, and Rebecca R. Merrill, and we're going to immediately challenge that messy daily planner of yours.
Busyness feels exactly like control, doesn't it? I know it does for me. But here's the reality. Urgency hijacks your choice long before importance can even speak. The authors of this book ask a much colder question than you might be used to. They want to know, who is your hurry actually serving?
So, our stance here is clear. Self-management isn't just some form of calendar art. It's moral traction. It's the actual shape your days give to your deepest values. We have to warn you right from the start. You can finish absolutely everything on your urgent list today and still completely betray what truly matters.
What keeps winning your day before you even make a choice? Because your planner, as overfilled as it is really just proof of surrender to whatever demanded access. It shows what got in, not what actually deserved to get in. And this opens up a really crucial thread for us to explore. Why does the relief of checking things off fade so incredibly fast?
The authors divide time by urgency and importance, which exposes a deep, uncomfortable truth. We have shouting tasks and we have shaping tasks. The shouting tasks, they get bodies moving. They borrow fear and give your nervous system an immediate target. But the quiet, shaping tasks, those are what actually get lives built.
You probably tell yourself something like, look, I'm responsible, so I answer fast. If I just schedule harder and move faster, I'll finally catch up. I used to think the exact same way. But this logic is a total trap. The reward for serving every fire is literally just more fire. A highly responsive system simply budgets your exhaustion. The urgent world learns you're always open, and it just builds itself right around your obedience.
That brings us to a really tough dilemma. Do you protect the important talk tonight, or do you fix the loud problem right now? Both of these feel noble, right? Actually, they're both framed as a rescue. But First Things First asks what you've trained your life to need. If everything depends on your last-minute rescue, your system is fundamentally broken.
This brings us to what we call Quadrant 2. Think of an incredibly busy kitchen line during the dinner rush. A beginner chases every single screaming pan, but a master chef lowers the heat before smoke becomes their entire identity. Quadrant 2 is that lowered heat. It's preparation, prevention, and deep relationships. These are quiet commitments. They don't punish you at once. They just decay without any drama until one day the bill finally arrives.
It turns out the calm task is often the strongest task. The real issue here isn't having too many duties. It's letting pressure rank them for you.
You might be thinking, well, I just need a better week. A stronger to-do list is definitely going to save me. But this book asks a much deeper, heavier question. Who wrote the list? Because if urgency wrote it, your values just become leftovers. We have to stop placing speed ahead of what actually matters.
Consider this really profound reframe. Based on this book's methodology, the authors place roles before tasks. A role is a place where someone can be harmed by your absence, and hey, that someone might actually be you. A task without a role drains trust, even while looking super productive. And a role without a task? Well, that's just decoration.
To really bring this to life, imagine a single violin string. You aren't just packing rigid boxes into time. You're tuning tensions between your roles. You have to listen for the exact right pressure. If it's too loose, there's no voice at all. If it's too tight, it snaps. You literally have to tune the week before it breaks.
Choose importance before speed. This isn't just some catchy phrase. It is an absolute, complete restructuring of how you navigate your very existence.
Just one honest block of time is enough to expose 100 false obligations. The trick here is to begin planning with the week rather than the day. A day rewards reaction and can easily be ambushed. But a week reveals patterns. It gives your quiet commitments a fair chance before the daily noise attacks.
A clean no protects a yes. You might have been waiting for more time or a guilt-free yes to magically appear, but scarcity absolutely loves the helpful mask. Unmanaged access disguised as care is actually just leakage. It causes your absolute best attention to bleed out to whoever happens to be the loudest.
So here's the second major dilemma. Do you say yes to a really useful request, or do you keep a promise that nobody else sees?
Both options probably seem right to you, but they share one major root mistake. They treat importance as something that has to be proved by external pressure, instead of seeing it as a chosen, quiet commitment.
Importance requires chosen commitment. A quiet promise isn't weak just because it lacks an audience or witnesses. In fact, it might be the only real promise that is genuinely shaping your life right now.
Consider this. Your current emergency might just be someone else's planning style. And this is exactly why your calendar was full while your life was starving. The first things came last.
What comes first becomes master. A life isn't ordered merely by having good intentions. It is ordered by repeated placement. If you place the quiet, genuinely important things first, they become the absolute master of your week.
Choose importance before speed. Access your growth map. This is exactly where we move from theory into undeniable action. Before tomorrow, you will block 30 quiet minutes for one Quadrant 2 promise and explicitly tell one person what will not get your yes. If you don't, you've chosen this.
300 seconds. Do. Write your top role, one neglected relationship, and one next action on paper. Without it, urgency will keep choosing your life for you.